So they source them ethically
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, when I was
and
looking,
sustainably?
I wasn't sure they were organic. I've been there once, but I think you have to search a little bit to find organic there. Yeah. Doesn't mean it's not, but it means it's not certified.
So that brings us into a very important part of this. We're going to tie this up here, and then we're going to, I think we're going to take a break, and Zara and I are going to go in there and do up the buckwheat pancakes. For dinner.
For dinner.
All right. Are you guys hungry?
Oh yeah.
All right. So, what are superfoods? Actually, you know, we're going to go down to, let's do 4. What are superfoods and why
Most nutrient-dense foods on the planet.
Most nutrient-dense
You just said that, and I just wrote it there.
Perfect. That's it right there. So, you've turned off the tap. You have, you're above 50-50. That's a good thing. And then you start eating the superfoods, the highest nutrient-dense foods on the planet. And so, why? Why superfoods? Well, obviously they're the most nutrient dense. But guess what? If your digestion, see, that's why all those other steps are really important. If you've got leaky gut and your digestion is poor, you're not absorbing the proper nutrients from your food, it doesn't make, you're wasting your money. Until you turned off the tap, plugged up the holes, got everything balanced, hormonally balanced, and the body can truly, because everyone complains about how expensive organic food is, well, it's even more expensive if you're not even getting anything from it.
yeah.
So that's what I mean about you got to turn off the tap, and you got it. That's why these steps are there, because it is logical. These steps are logical. So that brings us to sacred plants. So superfoods, because they're the most nutritious, dense foods on the planet, they are sacred. All plants are sacred. But because this is specifically on superfoods, I can't promote the eating of superfoods without promoting the consciousness around them that needs to be there. So the consciousness around them that needs to be there is bow to the cacao god, bow to the goji god, bow to the, these are to be honored. And why? Because a lot of these superfoods grow in the most harsh, extreme places on the planet. And what does that mean? That means they've got years and years and years of being able to fight the odds. What does that mean? When a plant or a person has many opportunities to fight the odds and still survives, that means their immune system is strong. So that's what I meant, and I don't want to get into the vaccination thing, but let that kind of reveal a little something more in regards to what we are doing with vaccinations. Just let it come in a little bit in a different way. So when you're talking about plants in the harshest conditions, without any water, the goji berry grows in the high Himalayan foothills of the planet, where deep mineral pockets are still accessible because of the extremity of the Himalayan mountains. In 125-degree temperature, these bushes, it's like they're just, how could they possibly have any? Yet there's this little red berry on them that within 30 minutes of eating goji berry or drinking goji berry juice, within 30 minutes, and you can look this up yourself, cleans the blood, gets stagnant red blood cells from sticking on top of each other to pinging in beautiful circular red blood cell form like they're supposed to in healthy blood. And after 30 minutes of drinking goji juice, all the macrophages between those red blood cells are gobbling all the things that shouldn't be there. In sticky, toxic blood, that's not happening. And and it's not happening very quickly. And so there's sickness in the body.
Is it more effective to drink goji berry juice, or is it okay to eat dried goji berries? What's your thought on that?
I think that you could probably answer that. What do you think is the more potent medicine?
The juice.
Because you have to digest the goji berry, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of a basic, like when you take herbalism, the more you can get it quicker into the blood, more directly, the more powerful you're making that into a medicine, right? So that's why I have to say another thing about the vaccines. They're shooting these directly into the bloodstream. And the implications of that as far as the immune system attacking itself. That's all I want to say. There's
Right.
definitely a place for it. I've gotten vaccinations. My dad was in the Navy. I've gotten them. But the number that they are requiring now is very questionable. And just that's my 2 cents on that.
When I make my smoothie in the morning, I put in goji berries and then I austerize it.
Now you're liquefying it.
Yeah, and then I take it to yoga. I take it wherever I'm going, and I don't eat it. I don't consume it until after the class, and by that time, everything's been soaked up.
You got it.
Yeah.
Now you're thinking the science of food and medicine to make food medicine. You're thinking time. You're thinking how am I distributing the constituents of this medicine? Is it more in a solid? Is it more in a tea? Is it more in a liquid? And how is that going to interact with the body? How is is it going to interact? Do I want it to interact with my blood right away? Or do I want to digest it and get it through my digestive system? See, this is what you want to be thinking about now. So the way that the form of the food comes in determines how that medicinally helps to heal you and to what intensity or power. Right? So that's why juicing and smoothies are really powerful, because we're not having to digest much in those smoothies. So my smoothies are blueberries, a banana, vitamin mineral green powder, goji berries, ginger, an apple. This is kind of my basic standby. A dash of cinnamon, and it blends up, and I drink that.
Delicious.
The nutrient uptake is pretty quick because your digestive system's not having to break down the solidity of that food. And you've created more of a surface area, right? When you blend things, there's more surface area. The whole medicine of that plant is totally exposed and broken down. So that's more medicinally, really nourishing for you.